So I think you all had a chance to go back and work on the components that we created in last session, right? The objects, tabs, apps, fields, that is what we created, right? And in our last session, we were talking about, objects called project, clients, consultants. So let me go back to my Excel sheet. The first one that I designed there was projects. Second was clients.
Hello.
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 Hey, this is Master.
Hey Mantha, tell me.
Actually, there is one participant in the class. I'm trying to ask him who his recruiter is, but I didn't get his response. So I thought of just asking him now.
Shyam?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shyam is a participant who I have allowed.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can I call you on your mobile?
Now?
I just need to talk for 2 minutes. Yeah.
Yep, sure.
Thank you.
Thanks. While creating a new contact, you would have realized that there is a field called account, right? And when you click on this, it takes you to the list of all the accounts from where you can select which one you want to select, right? So this is a relationship. This is connecting this contact record with an account record. A similar kind of a setup we need here on the projects, so that we can connect every project to a corresponding client to understand that which is the, what do you call this, relationship, or which record is connected to which record, which project has come from which client, right? So that is what we need to set up here. So let's go into this. So usually, this relationship can be of 3 types, as I told you, right? One-to-one. One-to-one means one client record can be connected to only one project, and one project can be connected to only one client. So one client, one project can be connected. Okay. One-to-many is many projects can be connected to one client, right? So from a client, I can get multiple projects. So that is a one-to-many. Okay. Many-to-many is a situation where multiple records from this object can be connected to multiple records of this object. Many-to-many will be a case between projects and consultants. Let's say you have 10 consultants in your company and you have 4 projects in the company. One consultant can work on multiple projects, right? And in one project you can have multiple consultants as well. So that is a kind of many-to-many relationship. So it's very simple. So where there is a connection where one record can be connected only to one record from both the sides, it is a one-to-one. If one record can be connected to a number of records on the other side, it's a one-to-many. If multiple records from one object can be connected to multiple records of the other object, it's a many-to-many. It's very simple in that case. So the most common relationship in database, in case we have seen the relational database management system earlier, the most common relationship is one-to-many. Okay. And here also, if you see, client and project is a one-to-many relationship. One client can be connected to multiple projects. So in case you have a client, let's say Accenture is a client. So from Accenture you may get 3-4 projects. That way it can be there, right? So here we need a one-to-many relationship. So simple things that we need to understand, I think you might be already aware of it, but still let me just give you a little brief of it. So whenever there is a relationship, most of the times it's one-to-many. For a one-to-many relationship, we need to understand who is the parent and who is the child. So in this case, if we talk about the relationship between client and project, client is the parent and project is the child. That is it, right? One client can have multiple projects. So client is the parent, project is the child. So wherever there is a concept of relationship, you need to understand which is the parent, which is the child, and it's very simple to understand, right? If it's a one-to-many relationship and the side or the object on which one record is connected to multiple records on the other side, so one record object will be parent. So that is how it is. Now next thing, how do you establish the relationship? We have identified the parent and the child. How do we establish the relationship in the database form? Create a relationship field in the child object. Create a relationship field in the child object. As simple as that. Nothing else. So relationship field is again a field type. The way we had date, time, email, phone, URL, all the field types we had. Similarly, we have another field type which is called a relationship field type. Okay. You just need to go and create that relationship field type. So relationship is being established through field. That is what we see here also in account and contacts. On the contact, what do we have? We have a field with the account name. This is a lookup kind of a field. It will connect you to the other object. So that is how simple it is. So what we need to do? We just need to create a relationship field on the child object. So which is my child object here? Project. So yesterday we created project and client, both the objects. So I already have this object. I need to go and create a relationship field there. Let's go and create. It's pretty simple. Just go to setup, create objects, new custom object, no, why new custom object? We should go to the existing object, right? Which is the existing object? Project. Okay. So we need to create a field on this object. Go to the, see, custom fields and relationships. So just click on new. When you try to create a new field, you see there are two relationship options: lookup relationship and master detail relationship. Okay. Two relationship fields are available. You'll have to select one of these. Okay. Now, how do you decide which one you have to select? There are two relationship field types which are available. One is lookup, one is master detail. Now, which one to select? That is something that you have to decide. So to decide that, we have to understand what is the difference between these two. Okay. So let me just give you the difference between these two. These are names, lookup and master detail. Let's understand what are the differences. In lookup relationship, relationship, no, let me just tell you about master detail. Here relationship field is mandatory. So for a master detail relationship, in case you choose a master detail relationship, the field, that relationship field will become a required field, will become a mandatory field. Okay. But if you choose a lookup relationship, you have an option of making it mandatory or not. So it's your choice. But here it is not your choice. It is by default mandatory or required field. Okay. So that is one thing. In this, child records do not have owners. We have talked about record owner concept, right? If you set up this kind of relationship, child records will not have their owners. Okay, child record will depend on parent for the owner. So someone who is made the owner of a parent will be automatically owner of the child record also. Let's say for client and project, in case I set up a master detail relationship, then what would happen? Parent of the client will be automatically considered parent of the projects. You cannot have specific owners of the projects or different owners for projects. But if you set up a lookup relationship, then you have that choice. You can have different owner for the client and different owner for project. If you have 3 different projects under a client, you can have 3 different owners of those 3 projects, right? But master detail does not give you that option. Okay, here it does not have owners. Child is deleted with parent. So if you establish a master detail relationship, child record will be always deleted with parent. If you go and delete your parent record, child record will be automatically deleted.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the second part again? Child records do not have owners.
Child record do not have owners means, yeah, so child records do not have specific owners, whereas the parent records do have. Right.
So, for example, we are looking at the client and project relationship right now. So here the child record would be the one in project, correct?
You're right.
So the record in the project table will have no owner. Is that what it means?
Yeah, the record in the project table will not have any owner. Okay.
So it will be blank.
Sorry, it will be blank.
No,
There will not
ownership
be.
will be blank.
Yeah, there will be no owner in those records. By default, the owner of the parent record will be the owner of this record also, right? So there will not be any owner field in the child object. Okay.
Okay. So, under normal circumstances, the owner would be the person who creates the user ID who created the record in client, correct?
Usually that by default the person who creates the record becomes the owner, but after that you can change it, as we were saying the other day, we can go and change it. So anyone can be owner for the record, but for a master detail relationship, child records will not have owner concept only. So
okay, perfect.
No owner. Okay.
Okay.
In master detail relationship, child record is always deleted with the parent. So there is no way. Can you please mute your microphone?
Sure.
Okay. So the other thing that we have here is that the moment parent is deleted, all the child records will be deleted in case it's a master detail relationship. Okay. But for lookup relationship, you can still retain the child records even after deleting the parent. Okay. In a master detail relationship, we can use roll-up summary. So there is a field called roll-up summary field. I'll show it to you. See here, here is a field called roll-up summary. On your field types, there is a field called roll-up summary. So what does this roll-up summary field do? It's a read-only field that displays the sum minimum maximum of field related list to or record count of all records listed in a related list. So roll-up summary is basically in case there is a parent and child relationship. Okay. So roll-up summary can be set on the parent record to display some summary of all the child records. So some aggregate, let's say count, sum, that sort of thing. Let's say you have a client. You have a client object and you have projects. Now you want to understand how many projects you have got from that client. Okay. So this can be a roll-up summary field. So when you set up a roll-up summary field, what happens? You can, this field can automatically count how many projects it has under this client, and it can put the number 5, 6, 4, whatever, right? Rather than you manually calculating and putting it. But this roll-up summary field option is only available if there is a master detail relationship between these two. If there is a lookup relationship between these two, then roll-up summary field will not work. Got that? And one more small thing, small difference between our lookup and master detail. Lookup relationship can be established between any two objects, irrespective of the fact whether they are standard, custom, whatever. But for master detail relationship, standard object cannot be child. So you cannot set up a master detail relationship where you make the standard object as a child. So standard object we remember, right? Yesterday we discussed all the objects which have been provided by Salesforce are standard objects. All the objects that we create are the custom objects. So standard objects cannot be child. All right. Clear on that? Let me know if you have any questions. So lookup relationship can be between any two objects, but master detail relationship would either be between two custom objects, or even if it is between a standard and a custom object, it needs to have the standard object as the parent. You cannot make any of the standard objects as the child on a master detail relationship. That is not possible. Fine. So that is about our differences. Now, based on your requirement, you will pick whether you want to go for a lookup or you want to go for a master detail. Okay. So lookup is a simple relationship. I think you will be able to see between account and contacts as well.